Hello, my name is Mercury, and welcome to this brand new episode of Media Faye. Today I'm Lon, and today I'll be discussing Tokyo Game Show. Well, some of the two presentations of Tokyo Game Show. I know that a few weeks ago, when this episode was supposed to come out, this episode is a week late. I'm sorry, but it's a week late. When I was supposed to come out, or I think before that, I said that I was planning on watching 4 presentations, or 5 technically. The Ubisoft one, the Xbox one, the Capcom one, the Sega Atlas one, and the Square Enix one. Now, I was planning on doing that. However, I looked at it much deeper, and to be honest, I didn't want to watch the Sega Atlas one or the Square Enix one. Square Enix one, what actually was shown for the presentation that was there was 50 minutes of Dragon Quest 3 footage or gameplay, which I'm gonna cover here anyway, so doesn't really matter to me. And the other stuff was stuff that I didn't really care about, so I decided not to watch the Square Enix one. The Sega Atlas one, I had a little bit of an issue with. I wanted to cover it, but in reality, I couldn't. It was a stage presentation pretty much, and it was entirely in Japanese. I wouldn't know what the games were really about, or I couldn't get any real information apart from what was shown on screen. And honestly, didn't really interest me, so I decided to skip out on the Sega Atlas one, which we have some Sega Atlas stuff here anyways, so I'm not really that fussed about it. And the Ubisoft one was canned. Yeah, it was canned like a few weeks, like a week before Tokyo Game Show, and I'm pretty sure that, and it was still on the schedule by the time that they released the schedule of Tokyo Game Show, and it was there, like Ubisoft was gonna be there, and it was like canceled pretty much last minute, so we didn't get anything. That was, so we didn't get anything from Ubisoft. That was like after their like big, I guess, like investor meeting, whatever the hell they had, where they shared that Star Wars Outlaws kind of underperformed. That they decided to miss after miss. It was also after Assassin's Creed Shadows was delayed. Well, it was delayed 3 months. No, 3 months. It was late 3 months from its release, and it's not releasing 2 weeks before Monster Hunter. So I don't think it's gonna be that. I don't think that game's gonna do that well. So yeah, no. It was a very bizarre move from Ubisoft. It pulled pretty much everything from this year. So yeah, very interesting thing. So I only ended up watching the Xbox one and the Capcom one, which were kind of your standard video game presentations. A lot of people were saying that, like, oh, this is what Tokyo Game Show has always been. What did you expect? I don't know. I really don't know. This is my first time we're covering Tokyo Game Show, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the last if we cover Tokyo Game Show next year. This is a pretty big place for announcements. If I ever want to, if none of the things interest me from next year, then I'm probably just going to cover the Capcom one as its own little thing, because they always had this, and they always announce cool things there, and I'm pretty sure that that's where they're gonna do something for the expansion, or like a title update for Monster Hunter Wilds. I have no idea, but they're gonna do something for next year, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, there's only 2 presentations here. This episode might be shorter because of that. So yeah, but we're gonna cover. I will have, so that probably means that I have the time to talk about Wilds a lot more. So yeah, we're gonna cruise through this because Wilds is like at the end of the thing. So yeah, let's just start off with we're gonna go in order with the Xbox presentation. This one, both of these presentations were at the beginning, were the first day of Tokyo Game Show. So this episode probably should have come out way earlier, but yeah, no, whatever. I want to get it done with, and I'm glad I waited for my Monster Hunter. So let's just start right into it. There isn't a lot in Xbox. It's not one of those like big presentations. It's definitely just the next Xbox one, so we're gonna cover it anyways. But yeah, let's just get straight into it with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. So they didn't show much gameplay out of this. Really, we've already kind of seen a lot of the gameplay for this game and kind of know what it's all about. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this game goes. It looks like they're not changing much, like story wise or character wise, for this game. So I'm interested to see how this game really looks, and how it plays and all that later on the line. We still do not have release date, and that's kind of I wouldn't say worrying, but it's definitely interesting that we have not gotten a release date. This was announced last year, last year's PlayStation showcase. We didn't get one this year. It's very unlikely we get one this year, to be honest. There wasn't one in 2022. I'm pretty sure there wasn't one. And no, wait, there was one. No, there was one in 2023. So yeah, there wasn't one in 2022. Then that means next year probably getting another PlayStation showcase, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know what could be next. But yeah. So we're talking about Xbox. So yeah, I think it looks cool. We still don't have release date. That's kind of again, like I said, it was saying, it was announced last year. So it's very interesting that we don't have one yet. It was supposed to come out, at least what I was getting is that the tentative release date was this year, but it looks like it's gonna be next year. I'm guessing that we're going to get something for the Game Awards. That's when we're finally getting the release date for this game, because that seems like the next big stage to really show it off, and this is a pretty big game. It's been entirely secluded to these presentations, so it's interesting that we don't have anything like this. But yeah, we don't have anything like this in the big ones, like the general ones, like Summer Game Fest and the Game Awards. And also I just realized that whatever. I just realized that they happen every 6 months. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna see if we finally get something for the Game Awards. I'm guessing this will be a 2025 game. From what it looks like, that we don't have release date right now. So I'm guessing that we are going to get one for next year. We're gonna get one for Game Awards, something like that, like another big presentation, and it's gonna come out next year. That's what it seems like for Metal Gear Solid Delta. So yeah, like I said earlier, Metal Gear Solid Delta doesn't have a release date, so we're gonna move on to the next announcement, which was Overwatch 2 getting a crossover with My Hero Academia. There's a few skins coming to the game, and that's cool, I guess. I'm not a big My Hero Academia fan. I know people who are, and people who I guess there's some weird things here. I think some characters fit. Some characters don't. And that's fine. I don't know. What was it? Overwatch in general just never had crossovers. It was always that one game that didn't have crossovers. And I don't know how to feel about them having it now. I know the first one was One Punch Man. They have a lot of anime related. I guess it's Asian culture related. Pop culture related. Skins and crossovers, because the first one was One Punch Man. Then another big one was the K-pop group Les Seraphim, or whatever it's called. And then now we're getting this My Hero Academia one. So it's a lot of anime and K-pop and all that, and that's I don't know if that's really part of Overwatch's identity. I don't really associate that game with anime or K-pop or all that shit, but yeah, I guess it's cool. I don't know. To be honest, as much as I harp on Fortnite, I think it's better. I think it's better. Just better. I think Fortnite crossovers are just kind of better because they let you play as the character, so at least there's an incentive to buy them. And the Overwatch 2 skins are massively priced. Sure, in Fortnite, it's $20 a skin. That's pretty hefty, but this game has $50 skins. It is skins in Overwatch 2 are not cheap, I never understood why. As much as people harp on have harped on the loot box system, I kind of prefer it to get it to just having to buy the skins, because even if it was gambling and all that, like, you never knew what you were gonna get. It was gambling pretty much. I feel like it was much better, mainly because one, Overwatch 2 was a game, like you bought it, like it was a game that cost real money, and you just got loot boxes like by playing the game. Like, you didn't have to buy loot boxes. That was the thing you could do, but it didn't. But you didn't have to. But you didn't have to. You just played the game and you got. And you got loot boxes like every time you leveled up. That was something that I think was cool. But instead of, we don't have that anymore. We have buying skins, and I guess you could make the argument. I guess you can make the very fair argument that that's better, because you just buy the skins. You don't have to. But the thing is, like, they have currency now. Like, they've always had currency, but they have like a specific currency for skins. There's some skins that are, you can't get that currency to be playing the game. You have to buy you have to get the battle pass, and the battle pass is a slog. So yeah, no, I think Overwatch 2's like way of getting skins is just worse, and the skins are very overpriced. So yeah, that's what I think. I know I'm like advocating for fucking gambling, but who gives a shit? It's a game. Yeah. Anyways, my Overwatch 2, the Overwatch 2 My Hero Academia crossover is coming very soon. It's coming October 17th this year. Let's move on to Age of Mythology Retold: The Mortal Pillars. I think this is a DLC for this game. I've talked about Age of Mythology Retold quite a few. I think in the Meeting Consumers or something like that. Also, RIP Meeting Consumers. I canceled all of them. So yeah, it's coming back. I will say this: Meeting Consumers is coming back in January, and it will be different. Now I will get to how different it will be once we really get into that. But it will be a different. There will be a different format for Media Consumers moving forward into January and beyond. So yeah, we'll get into how Media Consumers has changed, but the first one is one of the first episodes of January. Just look out for that. Anyways, back into here. I think this is like a top-down strategy game, and I am not a big fan of those. And I'm glad it's fine. It's getting DLC. I would like to see how the DLC goes, because you could add a lot more mythologies into that. Also, like more like gods, if that's what the game is about. I don't know. But yeah, no, I think it's an interesting. I think it's interesting. You can take it in very interesting ways. But I like. I mean, it's a fine enough. It's a fine enough thing to make. Like a strategy game based on mythologies with gods, like your generals and whatever. I think that was fine. That's like fine, but I think it's just okay, I guess. But it's just not for me. Yeah, I'm glad to get DLC. You can do a lot of interesting things with DLC. So yeah, let's just move on. So next up is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and this is a pretty cool game. We've seen this quite a lot in these presentations. Every Xbox presentation has been going on and on and on about Indiana Jones, and I'm glad it will probably last of it the next time I cover a presentation, which will maybe be the Game Awards. I don't see anything else coming up, so yeah. This is going to be quite a long time covering a single game presentation. So yeah, anyways, this game still looks like, I've given my opinion on it, nothing has changed. It still looks cool. Am I gonna get? Probably not. I will wait until the PS5 version releases, if I see it when I get it, because I don't have an Xbox. Yeah, I think this game still looks very cool, and I would love to play it, but I don't know if I want to really make that purchase. Maybe I'll wait for it if it comes on PS Plus or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. That's coming out December 9th of 2024, and you can pre-order it now. Next up is Tanuki Pawn Summer. This looks like a very like I guess feel good game about you doing tasks for other people. It has a fun art style. I think it looks cool. But yeah, no, there's not much I have to say about this game. I'm not the target audience for it. I think people will enjoy this game. I think that's fine. So yeah, it's just a cool, but it looks cool looking, feel good game, and I feel like we need a lot of those. You know, like some games just really stress you out, and I feel like like games like this, Tanuki Pawn Summer, can really lift your spirits and just be, you know, cool little pastimes. So yeah. Anyways, there's no release date for this game. So we're gonna move on to Threads of Time. It's an RPG, and it's a pixelated RPG, to be fucking honest with you. Like when I was looking at the art style was like very cool. I thought, oh okay, but then like oh okay cool, but then it turned into pixel. I'm like kind of lost interest in there. Nothing against pixelated art styles, but I just don't enjoy it that much. Like I don't know. Like the cutscenes really made it seem like it had a lot of stuff there, but I don't know. Like, but then like the gameplay just kind of took that away. So yeah. Anyways, Threads of Time. I think it can be a very interesting game. It can go in two directions. It can have like different storylines, kind of like Octopath Traveler has different storylines based on different like people and different parts of the world. In this case, it can be different time periods, or it can go in the direction where I think it's probably gonna go. Where I actually think the other one's more likely, but another very cool direction is that you can have multiple things happening at once. You can have multiple campaigns, but they kind of cross over each other, and your decisions in some of them affect some of your decisions affect what happens in the future, or like something in the future that doesn't really affect anything in the past. But like but things change according to what you do, and you can have a very different playthrough if you do certain things in different time periods, and that can be very cool. Or like maybe like you go into one, and then it affects like you go into like a very early time period, and then and that's something for like a middle time period, and then like things from both of those time periods affect what happens in like a third, even further in the future time period. That can definitely be an interesting gameplay mechanic, and a very cool one. Very complex, but it can definitely work. I don't know if that's what Threads of Time will be, but I think it'll be. I think that's very interesting. But I don't know if that's what the game wants to be. So yeah. Threads of Time has no release date as of now, but probably gonna get one soon. And next up is We Love Katamari Reroll plus Royal Reverie. I think this is an Xbox port for this game. I think I know we covered this game in a Nintendo Direct. I am pretty sure of that. I don't know when it was. It was a very long time ago. Like a very long time ago. Oh no! Wait, what the fuck? I'm maybe what? No. Why the fuck was this here? Wait, what? Did they have no games? This released last year for Xbox, but I guess I guess they put it here. That makes no fucking sense. What? Okay. Yeah, very weird that it was even here. This is a game from last year. I thought it was getting a port. Apparently, it released everywhere on the same day. So I don't know why this is here. Unless it was like a DLC for it. I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, no. I think it's funny. I think it's goofy. But yeah, no. it looks fun, but not my type of game. But yeah, I'm just very confused by this announcement. This game came out last year, and I thought it was older. I thought it was like I thought this game was announced in like the first the direct we ever covered, because it just seemed like that type of game that was in there, but it wasn't. Very weird. Very, very weird. So yeah, anyways, it's available now, obviously. Yeah, moving on to Fragpunk. So this is like a hero shooter type of game with like cards. I think it's very apparent that I do not like when cards are part of the games. The only exception for me was like Neon White, and I haven't played that game, but I think it uses the cards in a very cool way. Anyways, this game I think is also using the cards in a very interesting way, and I feel like it's definitely it's a mix of two genres that are kind of not my thing. Hero shooters are very fun, but they get kind of boring after a while. And cards, I don't like the card games all that much, but I feel like this game could really bring those two together in a way that I do like. So you know, I think it's interesting. I think it's just very interesting. I don't know why I keep saying interesting. I really don't. I think it's just impressive. I think it's impressive that they've gotten to this point and make it a game mixed with two genres that are not really my favorites. Something I do like and I do want to see, and I think that the art style here and the style of like the characters and all that, I think is very cool. So yeah, I like what they're going on. I like what they're going with in Fragpunk. I think it's very cool. So yeah, Fragpunk has no release date as of yet, so still waiting on that. Next up is Metaphor Refantasio. Or Refantasio. I don't fucking know. This game looks cool, but my main gripe is that this is just Persona. Like, there is very few things that separate this from just a Persona game. I know, like, I've made the argument, oh, this is made by Atlus. Like, yeah, but fucking Atlus can make all this shit that just isn't a Persona clone. Like, this is just them making a Persona game but not calling it Persona. You have the same thing with the Personas being whatever the fuck I think they're called, like archetypes or whatever shit whatever they're called. I don't know. And you can change them and there's different elements and it's just Persona. That's what this game is. And I don't know. I feel like it should have been a little more inspired. It looks cool. It looks fine. If I want to get it, I'll get it. But the thing is, I said it's just a Persona game, and I would have expected a lot more from like a new franchise. I know this game is supposed to be the 35th anniversary of Atlus, but I don't know. I feel like it should have been a little bit different. You can have things that like reference Persona, but you can't just fucking make a Persona game. So yeah. Anyways, Metaphor Refantasio came out yesterday. It's available now. So yeah. Moving on to, God fucking damn it, this game. This fucking game. We covered this before on the last Nintendo Direct, the Partner Showcase. And it's Atelier Yumiya, the Alchemist of Memories, and Atelier Yumiya, an Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land. God fucking damn it. That's all. Again, long ass title for no goddamn reason. Learn to shorten titles for fuck's sake. Anyways. Yeah, no, I think it looks cool. I like the fucking hell. Like, so hovering on the title, like, oh my god, fucking shorten this. I'm like, yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, anyways, it does look cool. And I do like that. I never really heard of the Atelier franchise before. I've heard of it, but I've never seen gameplay of it. And I feel like it looks cool. I think it has like very interesting gameplay mechanics. The style of the combat and all that, I think is very cool. I like the seamless transition to combat. Here, you see here, I think it's all very cool. Will I get it? Probably not. Probably not for a good while. Probably not. But I feel like it's a very cool game, and you know, I don't know how many Atelier games there are. I think there's probably a fuck ton of them knowing Japanese developers. I can hear of a franchise I've never heard about before, and it's just. It's big in Japan, and it has like 50 billion games. It's like that's what this game feels like. I feel like actually I'll check right now. How many Atelier games are there? The titles are always as long. I just realized they are the exact same fucking thing. Every title is just as long as this. So where here we go. This game has to have like 50 billion games. Holy fucking shit, it does. Atelier Marie, Atelier Judy, How many games is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I lost count. Hold on. 1, 2, 5, 6. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 games! What the fuck? How? The fucking how? And there's like different series. Yeah, there's a Salberg series, Grimnand, Iris has a fuck ton, and Man has a fuck ton. Arland it got a game way after that. Mysterious has also quite a bit of them. Secret 2. Then there's the Envisioned one. What the fuck is this? There's side games too? What the fuck? There's so many of these games. Anyways, it looks cool. So yeah, no. Am I gonna get into this? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. If there's a game on sale that I like, that I can see and I like, maybe I'll get into Atelier. But I don't know. Looks fine. But yeah. Anyways, Atelier, The Alchemist of Memories, and The Envisioned Land is coming out March 21st of 2025. It's another game I saw it's coming out in 2025. This is fucking crazy. Anyways, next up is Asurajang Rumble. This is a top-down fucking League of Legends shit. I've mentioned it before. This very episode, I don't like this. I don't like this thing. I don't like these type of games. Please stop. Stop. For the love of fuck. Should pull this up. Okay. Okay, but yeah, no, it's just a fucking like top down game. I don't like this. Just stop. It looks. Just stop. Stop, please. No. No. Just no. Anyways, the game doesn't have a release date. I don't want to see this. I can't escape this next fucking game. I cannot escape it, no matter what. It's in every single media consumers that we had ever since the game has been announced. Probably, it's been there, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be in the next few, and it's like, oh, I canceled them. I will never have to talk about this game again. Fuck me, I guess. It's here. Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Fucking damn it! I can't escape this game. I genuinely can't. I've seen more of this game than Monster Hunter Wild. Fucking hell. Anyways, like I said a billion times before, arena anime fighters don't work. This game does look like it has a lot of potential, but like that's besides the point. It's just. It's just like stupid. It's like it's not something I generally enjoy. So like what the fuck are you talking about? Bleach. Yeah, no, like these arena fighters don't usually do anything. They don't. Um. Yeah, I just don't. It has the potential to be good, but it just doesn't. I don't think it has it. I don't think. I don't think it will. I don't think it will be good. Yeah, Bleach Rebirth of the Soul is coming out early 2025, so at least I'll probably get rid of this mess by then. If it comes up in the Game Awards, I'm kidding, no. But like, yeah, I don't know. Just I don't want to talk about that game. Stop, please. Anyways, next up is Sin Duality Echo of Ada. This looks like one of the, like a armored core type game where you like having mechs and has like PvP. That cool, I guess. But it's like anime stuff. Cool, I guess. But I don't know. It's not really my thing. A lot of pre-order stuff for a game I've never fucking heard of before. So I don't know if this game. I don't know. Like, I'm not really interested in this game. It looks fine, like, but that's what it looks like. It just looks fine. Like I'm not particularly interested in it. So yeah. Anyways, Sin Duality Echo of Ada is coming out January 24th, 2025, and you can pre-order it now. Next up is the Fallout 76 PEX update. This game still exists. I know we covered it last time on the Xbox presentation, but goddamn, who wants this game? No, every single time this game has been like spoken about. It just doesn't, like, people don't like it. Like I thought this game would get like fucking abandoned by the time after its disastrous launch. Every disaster that happened because of this game. This game cost so much shit for Fallout fans. It's probably the reason we haven't gotten a new Fallout game. And he's still like, no, we can save this. Fuck you, leave it alone. And pets, really? Yeah, we're definitely gonna save the game with fucking pets. Kill your... God damn. Who wants this? Todd Howard should get the fuck out of Bethesda, because this is just stupid. This is 16 times the detail, 16 times the bullshit. Just stop. This game doesn't need any more updates. This game needs updates to its fucking reputation. Goddamn. Anyways, they didn't even there. Oh no, it's not available now. You don't have to play. No. Fuck you. Fallout 76. The Pets update is coming out in late 2024. Why? I don't know why. Just keep playing. Anyways, moving on. Next up is Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune, and the Dunan Unification Wars. Cool that it's getting a remaster. I've said this for every fucking game, but it's cool that we're getting remasters for all these games. Older games I want to play and all that. I think there's a new Suikoden game coming out, or has already come out. I have no idea. I don't follow this. Wait, what the fuck? Suikoden 5. Oh my fucking god. Where's development? There we go. Wait, is Yuri Chronicle a fucking Suikoden follow-up? A spiritual successor, gotcha. We covered this before. This game released this year. Not even okay. Anyways, so yeah, no, cool stuff. That they're getting released. Look, it was like a fun game. I'm not a big fan. I'm not the biggest on JRPGs, but you know, I like it. But yeah, that's all I was saying. Oh, yeah, I've covered this before. I think where it's like, oh, like, cool stuff here that you're getting both of these games in a bundle. I don't know. Anyways, the Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remaster, just fucking saying like that, is coming out on March 6th, 2025. You can pre-order it now. Next up is All You Need Is Help, and yes, I do. Anyways, getting to the game. So this game is interesting. It's a puzzle game. I think it's fine for a puzzle game. I think it's goofy. It has a funny little title. So yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. The puzzle games are usually pretty fun, and especially fun with like other people. And I can't wait to see this become like a Mario Party game where you just fucking scream at people. It's like, oh my, just get to the fucking thing. You know, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's a fun little game that you can play with your family on like that split screen. It was like that, or like over online with friends. I don't know if this game is like It Takes Two, where it has to be co-op, so you have to give like another person you just play with another person. Yeah. Anyways, Finally This Help is available now. Next up is Slitterhead. And this game has a very interesting mechanic where you it's like where you like possess other people, and then it's like they're in fight, you can fight them, and you can and they're in fight teams. You can have other people around you to possess them and all that. That's very cool. That's a very cool mechanic. That's really about like the main mechanic of the game. What you have to really worry about the gameplay. The actual fighting doesn't look that like interesting or really that like deep. But honestly, I think it's a cool little concept, and the story, the last story, can work really well. So you know. You can pre-order it now, but it didn't say a release date, so that's kind of worrying. So, you know, anyways, yeah, Slitterhead, we don't know what's coming out, but you can pre-order it if you're fucking stupid. Anyways, next up is the Star Bites. I believe there's another mech game. I think there's another mech game here. It's like a mech RPG. And that's cool. I think that's cool. And you can like go around and having different interactions. And yeah, no, that's cool. It has an interesting art style, like cool art style. You know, I think the Star Bites looks like a lot of fun. And I don't know if I'll pick it up, but it definitely looks right up my alley. So yeah, no, that's the Star Bites. Doesn't have a release date as of now, so yeah. Next up is Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. When I was watching the presentation, I was like, "Oh goddamn, this is a remaster. Like this is pretty good for a remaster." It looks like a modern game. I didn't realize this is a remake. So this is a modern game. So yeah, no. But like I've said a lot of times for this game, I think it's interesting that they've used this art style, this like I call it AG2D style. That was used like Octopath Traveler and fucking Triangle Strategy. God damn. But you know, I think it's interesting that they've taken this direction with the game. You know, it's cool, and Dragon Quest is one of those franchises that's very big. I don't know what Dragon Quest we're on right now, but I know it's just a fuck ton of them, and you know, I think it's just cool that we're going back into this, and they're not really changing the art style that much. Yeah, I think that's cool. Anyways, Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake is coming out November 14th, 2024. You can pre-order it now. Next up are some Mana updates, some Mana series updates, and that is that the Trials of Mana and Legend of Mana are going on Xbox right now. You can purchase it. Yeah, again, cool that we're getting all these different games from back then into Xbox. Xbox doesn't really have a lot of like the older Japanese games that, like, for example, Nintendo or PlayStation have, or even Sega have. So it's very cool that we're getting all those games. And the Trials of Mana one is the remake instead of the official one. But Legend of Mana is the like original one. Yeah, the cool thing there. I like that. So yeah, just aside from that, not much more to say. So yeah, just cool thing that all these other games are getting ported to consoles that have never been before, and maybe localized to regions that have never had those games. So yeah. Anyways, they're both available now. And the last announcement was kind of a letdown. I don't know about you, but it was the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, which is on Xbox. And cool that we're getting 6 games within this collection. That's very cool. That's like one of the most, it's one of the biggest collections I've ever seen. But it's fucking 20-year-old game, like almost 30-year-old games. That was like that's the last announcement for this. I was like, okay, really? That's it? That's your last announcement? That's just fucking 6 ports. So yeah, cool that we're getting 6 of them, like these 6. I don't know if all of them are like, you know, like I don't know if all of them are like very easy to get in other places, but it's very cool. And it looks like at least the first 2. At least I played the first one I played the first Final Fantasy game on that like NES Classic, and it looks like this is a remake instead of like a like I got just a port of that game. So yeah, no, I think it's cool. And then they stopped just as Final Fantasy 7 is coming. It is like was there. So yeah. Anyways, that's all for that's available now, and that's all for the Xbox one. So we're going to go straight into the Capcom one. And the Capcom one is kind of a disappointment. There isn't really a lot here, so I will try to pad it out as much as I can. So yeah, first up are some Street Fighter 6 updates. Terry Bogard is available now for you to buy and play as. Mai from Fatal Fury is coming out in early 2025, and I believe Elena is coming out in summer 2025. I don't remember. I think that I put that down there. But I'm pretty sure. So yeah, cool stuff that the Street Fighter is finally doing crossovers. Street Fighter's always crossover before, but not like in their own games. So it's very cool that they're finally doing crossovers and guest characters and all that, and that's cool. But that's not much. I don't have much to say about that. I know Terry's out right now, and it's cool. And he plays like he plays in Fatal Fury instead of like adapting him for Street Fighter. I think that's a very cool way of adapting those characters. So yeah. Anyways, that's all for Street Fighter. Next up is Capcom Fighting Collection 2. They really went this just fucking blazed through it. But yeah, Capcom Fighting Collection 2. They didn't really show much about this game. No official release date. It's just still coming out 2025. Cool again, like I mentioned in the partner showcase. Cool that we are getting all these games, re-released and all that. Man, there's apparently some really good ones here, and there's some really not like that good ones. There's some games I've literally never heard of, and I probably haven't seen for a very long time. So I hope that this maybe shows like people want these games to come back and like with new installments for Capcom and all that. So yeah, I think it's cool. Anyways, it's coming in 2025. Next up is the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. That already came out. It's cool. Again, I love Marvel vs. Capcom. But I'm very. I could get the other announcements, but these next 2 legitimately came out like the same week. So I have no idea why they decided to do these next 3 came out the same week. So I don't know. I don't know why they decided to really go along with announcing these. I'm guessing Capcom doesn't really have a lot to announce when it comes to these games. When it comes to the games. So anyways, cool that cool, but it already came out, so I can't really say much things. I'm not excited for it because I've already had that excitement, and it already came out. So yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics is available now, like I said, but physical versions are coming out November 22nd of this year. Next up is Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered, which is also available now. Again, cool. It almost looks like a remake, but it's just a remaster. It's just a remaster, and I think it's cool. Yeah, aside from that, the game looks cool. I've seen gameplay of it. Yeah, aside from that, it's available now, and physical versions are coming out November 8th, but that's really about it. Next up is Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. Again, cool that we're getting those things. I like that. I think it's a remake or a remaster, I don't know. But you can change the graphics to look like the old games. That's very cool. But again, it's available now. And if you want a real review, like a real thoughts about this game, just look up reviews. Like, I am not the person to really say this. But yeah. Anyways, Ace Attorney Investigations Collection is available. It's available now for you to buy and play. Next up is Monster Hunter Now. Some Monster Hunter Now updates. Season 3 is available now. An in-person event where you can fight Gigante in Shibuya, Japan is available now. And the next update, which they've teased to have Sinogre, is coming in December of 2020. Didn't Sinogre come out already? I don't fucking remember. Wait, no, what the fuck? That was last year's. What? Yeah, no, this is last year's. What? No. I'm looking at the new one. What? No, that wasn't. I was like, wait, I was so confused. I thought Sinogre was already in the game. What? No. What is this? I don't. There's another update coming in December. I don't play Monster Hunter Now all that much. I'm glad that we're getting new things for it, and I'm glad that we actually got Magnamalo and Agnosam in the game. Like they're Rise monsters, and something very interesting about this is that the Rise monsters got new icons. Now, the icons are very much in line with what we see in Monster Hunter Wilds. So this makes me think that these icons weren't just made for Monster Hunter Now. That makes no sense. They would want to bring back these monsters. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say that Magnum is probably coming on the title updates or maybe even base game. But I'm making the call there. I am making the big guess, the big prediction that Agnosam and Magnamalo, and at least those, are gonna show up in Monster Hunter Wilds. They're not gonna use those icons for just now. It's definitely that's what I think. They're not gonna use these icons just for Wilds, for now. And even if it doesn't, like, I'm guessing they made these icons just to have it on now. That's kind of disappointing, because I'm guessing that they did not do this. They didn't do that without purpose. I feel like these icons mean something. Maybe it's not in Wilds. Maybe it's later down the line. Maybe it's some other games. But they definitely made it for a purpose of using it later down the line. But it looks like the icons from Wilds. Like it's in that style of the Wilds icon. So that's what I'm guessing, that these two monsters are gonna be in Wilds at some point. I think Agnosam will be a game that a monster the game launches with, and Magnamalo will probably be in a title update. That's what I'm guessing. Anyway, speaking of Wilds, Monster Hunter Wilds. So, Monster Hunter Wilds. They showed the same trailer from the State of Play, which we did cover. We did cover quite a bit ago. But they showed a very interesting thing here. Finally, returning monsters. Yeah, no, I'm also gonna talk about the gameplay a little bit here, and the next few stuff are just kind of things. So yeah, I'll go deep into this finally and talk about Monster Hunter Wilds deeply. But we got 2 returning monsters. So in the actual presentation and then the gameplay, they showed 2 separate returning monsters. I don't know why I'm dragging this out. In the trailer, they showed Yankutku is coming back, and in the gameplay, they showed that Kongalala is finally confirmed to come back in the game. So, yeah. Before we get into Yankoku, I'll tell you about Kangalala. I fucking called it. I called that, not because of the armor, but before I've been working on a video, on like a video series, not a video series, but I was working on a video where I was going over the list of monsters I want to see in Wild, and that list was from last year. I wish I could prove it, but I can't. But it's from last year, and I wanted Kangalala to come back, and I waited. Actually, I decided to wait a little bit, so instead of doing that video immediately, I want to do that video when we actually get gameplay, and we know what monsters are coming back. So I did it. So I waited, and that video hasn't come out yet, but I'm working on it. I have the scripts ready. I'm working on it, and I see the armor, and this was before the armor. And I see the armor. I'm like, huh, interesting. And Kangalala's coming back, and then like, no, it's gonna be a variant or something. No. I think people who say, oh, it's gonna be a variant. I think the thing is that I think that like Crimson Gold Valstrax, and the fact that Rise in of itself was a weird game. Like, oh, we got and Generations technically, like in Generations and Rise, Great Jaggy and Jagia were there, but Great Jaggy wasn't. And in Rise, it was a lot more apparent. Basar's was in the game, but Gravios wasn't. Baraktar was in the game, but Agnactor wasn't. And Sama was in the game, but Zamfuse wasn't. And it's the same thing happened with Jagia, and Velocipede was in the game, Velocipede wasn't. I kind of understand that a little bit more, because because you're not gonna put Velocipede in a Master Rank expansion, but like anyways. But I feel like those instances are the exceptions and not the rule. The rule is that a monster, if Rock's gonna come back, Agnactor's gonna come back. Like that is the rule. Rise and in the Jackie cases are exceptions. That they have happened. Like Great Jackie and Jagia are a lot more like, oh, you can say that because they've shown up more than they haven't. Than like that great Jaggy. But they are the exceptions and not the rule. That's what I feel. So Kangalala, I don't think it was ever gonna be a variant. I think it was just gonna be Kangalala in general. So yeah. But anyways, Yankoku's coming back. Very exciting. They said that this wasn't gonna be a tutorial monster. And I'm very excited. It looks like it's gonna be a pack monster for this Cardiff Forest. That's very cool. And something I want to say is like a lot of people probably thought like, oh, this is a very random ass like monster to reveal. But the thing is, I feel like you have to really notice like when it was revealed, and who Yankoku really is. So Yankoku may not really mean much for like a Western audience because they started off with like World or maybe even like Try. But Yankoku for a lot of Japanese players is the monster really introduced them into what the game was gonna be. Yankoku in Japan is known as by Japanese players is known as Koku Sensei because it prepared you for a lot of the monsters that came out later, like Rathglows, Rathian, all the Wyverns share the same skeleton as Yankoku. Like it's very much the monster that shows you what the game's gonna be about instead of just the Raptors and all that. And that's very cool. And then bringing it back for the game show to a Japanese audience and the first returning monster, and they said that, oh, this is not gonna be a tutorial monster. Very cool, very interesting. And Kangalala, I called it. First of all. And I'm very excited to see what they do with Kangalala. I'm interested to see if they're gonna bring back Blangonga. They're a duo only sometimes. Like Kangalala was the only one in 4. And then Blangonga was in Generations, but Kangalala wasn't. And then Kangalala was brought back for Generations Ultimate. So yeah, no, it's been quite a rough period for Kangalala and Blangonga, but you know, I think I think Black Knight's gonna come back. There's another more predictions. If I get it right, great. I'm very glad. So yeah, we got returning monsters. They both look really good, and I can't wait to see which other ones they've returned. This is, and again, these are early. This is not early game. These are early game monsters, but they're also early series monsters. So, and they're getting revamps, and God, I can't wait to see what they do with these monsters. I can't wait to see what they do with Yankoku. Now, and it seems like what they're doing is that they're doing something very interesting with the advertisement for the returning monsters, and that they're gonna think, oh, like you're not, you find out how they work in the game, and that's very cool, and I like that. So yeah, like for example, like they said some things about Kongolola, like it has like a special like shroom that it powers itself up with, but you can attack it, and you can see it for yourself for cooking. That's very cool. But yeah, they didn't show that in the gameplay, so they're gonna hold off on this. This might be the last season of Kongolola for a very good while until the game releases. So yeah, just cool things that bring back a lot of monsters from earlier in the series. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what else they bring back. I hope they don't spoil every single one of them. I hope there's some surprises in there. Still holding on to the copium that Kurupeka's gonna come back. But yeah, Monster Hunter Wild is coming out February 28th, 2025. And god damn it, I can't wait. Next up is some Monster Hunter 20th anniversary stuff. There is a Fender crossover guitar. It looks very cool. I don't know what to say much about the guitars. They just look really cool, and very weird crossover here with Fender. But hey, I'm all for it. The guitars look sick as hell. You can pre-order it now. And next up is one that I do know about. Two of my most favorite franchises, really. Transformers and Monster Hunter are getting a crossover figure. Rathalos Prime. It looks really cool. It's $50, but I'm considering it. Yeah, it just looks really cool, and I would love to have it. I'm a big Transformers fan. I'm a big Monster Hunter fan. It looks right up my alley. But yeah, that's coming out summer 2025. You can pre-order it now. But I don't know if I'm generally in that space to really try and get that figure. Anyways, the last announcement was Monster Hunter Bridge. Looks cool. It's like an AR experience that's coming out next year. Like this, fucking place in Japan. I don't know where it is, but it's like this park. Yeah, cool things there. But yeah. Also, half of this presentation was just Monster Hunter Wilds, to be getting honest with you. Yeah. To be honest, it was a bit disappointing. I would hope to see a lot more stuff from Capcom in this time around, but Anyways, I think it's a little bit left down these two presentations, but they're honestly fine enough. They weren't gonna be the biggest things ever, so I'm not really mad about it. And I'm glad we got what we got from Monster Hunter Wild. So yeah, what did you guys think about Tokyo Game Show? And hey, if you watched the other ones, let me know what you think about the other ones. Leave in the comments below. All of our socials all our currently available socials are in the description. So go check this out if you want. And that's about it. See ya.